I don't really understand how they could get away with that. Putting a fake picture of Richard Branson by cutting his head off and putting it on somebody's naked body with lots of police, and then having BBC with Richard Branson, this is the most destroying day of my life. Yesterday's news shocked the whole of the UK. I mean, that's definitely his head. But that's not his neck. I don't even know if that body's really there. They must have pasted that in. Here it is on just facebook.com, the first page. There's no one really shocked at this. That must have been added by 5 people working with this lot. I mean, look at that head. It doesn't even look vaguely realistic. HSBC Bank versus Richard Branson. I mean, it's just too much. I don't know how many affiliates there must be working in the UK to do this kind of thing, but it must be hundreds. I mean, look at that picture. That picture's got to be worth a court case. I think at the very least we'll have to send something to somebody in Richard Branson's PR department and just say, look, there's no way that Facebook can't scan for that. That's beyond character defamation. That's you being accused of being caught naked by the London police at the side of a, I don't know, it looks like a marathon or something that's going on. There's a lot of police cars in the background. And those are firemen, aren't they? With the yellow helmets on. Richard Branson walked the streets of London intoxicated after the whole country found out his secret. I mean, that's definitely not his kind of behaviour. He's a very level-headed guy. And then that picture there, I don't quite know what's happening there. It looks like he's shaking hands. What exactly is going on there? Oh, that's not even his arm. That's the policeman's hands together. I don't quite understand what the shape of his suit represents there, but it doesn't look possible to stand up at that angle. And then this is a far more present day Richard Branson. But it's all the BBC allegedly. Even on Facebook it says it's BBC. And there it says UK News. Zero followers, zero anything. I mean, I don't really know what to put that under. Bullying, harassment or abuse. Okay, so sharing false information. I mean, I don't really know what to say about that, but whatever that site is, it obviously needs to be shut down. The banks are threatening the billionaire. It says 2 people have shared that, but I find that very hard to believe. Either way, that's probably the most berserk video they've ever released in their entire history. Because surely this is going to bring so much heat upon them, it can't continue. Facebook cannot continue in the UK if they release that kind of material. They're just not welcome to be honest. I'd just rather they were gone. If they're prepared to do something like that to defraud the British people, because they take money when people click. They took money when I clicked on that button. Paid by this UK news people. With 0 likes and 0 followers. How on earth you could even be releasing adverts when you've got no credibility whatsoever even on Facebook? It's completely beyond me. And then we come down here. What is the actual name of this product? So all of this stuff here. Oh, Patrick in London just made 500 on a BBC page using the immediate 2.8 Atarax platform on mohangtv.store. What exactly do they want us to do with this? I don't really understand. It doesn't even seem like any of the links work. Create account. Oh, I see. So it's the BBC page has allegedly actually got the form to fill in for you to give your number straight to the Boiler Room scammers. So even though he was arrested naked, drunk, or whatever, intoxicated by something on the streets, he then made it through to an interview with Ben Shepherd on This Morning. After that, he somehow got onto a television interview. And on the very form, or on the same page, this immediate 2.8 Atarax wants your phone number. The phone was already registered for another lead. So it just goes to show it goes to exactly the same database as all the other scams. Yeah, I mean, I find that pretty astonishing. That photo particularly. I just don't understand how you could ever get away with that. Sponsored. I mean, I don't really care what they do on their big data scammer nonsense, because now that advert's completely disappeared. But we're back to UK residents can get a tax deduction, which will take us through to a picture of the current Labour Party. You know, that's how bonkers it is. You know, it's just one thing after another. It shocked the whole of Britain. It's not even a video. Well, there's no sound. It's not a video. It's an 11-minute long video of a photograph that doesn't move. Is that what we're saying? Either way, it goes through to exactly the same page. I want an election now. This video has no sound. Why would she want an election now? She just got in. How much longer can this go on? They've got a simulated picture of the Chancellor of the Exchequer having been beaten up. She didn't notice her microphone was switched off. If it was switched off, how could they have recorded what she said? That doesn't even make sense. But it's just back to the same page again. Surely there's enough evidence there to take Meta out of business forever. How could you fail with any kind of... It doesn't matter what kind of defence they've got, surely. It doesn't matter how many billions they could throw at that defence. There's nothing you could do to stand up against that. Even if you said scammers are coming up with really clever, but they're not. This is not clever. This is not complicated. It's got BBC written in massive letters with Rachel Reeves in the corner. There's nothing complicated about that. Popular Prime Minister reveals family secrets on live TV. That's in clear text. Why would you ever allow the name Prime Minister in an advert? Why would you ever do that? And there it is again, another fake video with a big play button. Keir Starmer didn't know the camera was still recording. At least they got it right that way that time. They didn't say, didn't know the camera wasn't still recording by mistake. We are a team of highly qualified lawyers in the field of recovering funds as a result of fraudulent actions. So these lawyers are proving they know that this is a scammer's paradise by advertising on it. They don't even look like particularly reputable lawyers. There's nothing to them. So they're operating exactly the same technique as the scammers, which they've got to be part of the same thing, haven't they? If they were real lawyers trying to help people, they would use their own company name. But they don't want to do that. They want to hide behind something. All of your money can be recovered. Well, what about your fee? They're so sneaky. They just want a form to be filled in. Online fraud. Okay, well, maybe that's what it was. Less than 1 month ago. It was a few seconds ago. So let's just say it was more than 10 grand. And all they want to do is take your details so they can then phone you up. Well, how do we know it's not just more scammers? Or if they're all the same people? If you are a resident of the UK, read this news immediately. It's not even a request. I don't understand how Facebook can continue, because they presumably must be doing things just as terrible in France and Spain and Germany. Maybe even the States. Whoa, what's this? Quantum Technologies AI. Quantum market analysis. Well, either that's one hell of a coincidence that they're using the name of one of the biggest scams on the planet. With our cutting-edge AI system capable of processing 50 petabytes of financial data per second. What does that mean? Financial data. It just wants your details. There's people laughing at it. I mean, I don't really know what else you can do. I don't even really know what this is supposed to be. So they've taken a photograph of the London Stock Exchange group. Is that an advert? Well, it says sponsored. Wall Street's main indexes were mixed in the previous session as traders assessed the Federal Reserve's interest rate policy outlook for the rest of the year. A report showed that job openings, an indicator of labour demand, fell to the lowest ever since 2021, which to some extent strengthened expectations that the Federal Reserve will cut interest rates further. For more market consultations, please click the button below. So why put the London Stock Exchange group if you're talking about Wall Street? Form on Facebook, so it's just another way of getting your phone number. There's no responsibility there to tell you who's getting your phone number. It just says Trent Elizabeth, which looks like an escort, to be totally honest. Is this guy sponsored? Well, I mean, there you go. I don't really know what else to say about Facebook other than go away.